Hi guys, as promised, in my last video I said that I would quickly run you through some of the books that I've been using, and it's particularly interesting for New Zealand and Australians because this is an artist down our way. This is Joyce Blake, and she's Sir Peter Blake's mum, and these books are from the 70s and 80s, I believe, and yeah, I just love the combination of her line drawings and also the watercoloured florals. I love florals, and there's some buildings mixed in there too, and there's sort of these sorts of versions of books all around the world, but these ones are particularly relating to New Zealand. So I know there's New Zealand, what is it called? The UK is a garden, or England is a garden, and all those sorts of books that various different artists have done. And this is by our own Joyce Blake. So yeah, they can be expensive. I paid $8 for that one at a side of the road bookstall, but you can get them cheaper. And that one's a hardcover, so it was $8. But if you get the paperback version, which is what I've been using, they can be cheaper. And where I live, I'm not sure about any other New Zealanders, but I find printing digikits and everything a little bit expensive. So I do love digikits, but yeah, I really love digikits because they're so beautiful. The artists, the digital artists are lovely, and the things that they find that we can't get here. But yeah, it can be cheaper to buy a book and you get all of these papers. So anyway, I'll just run you quickly through these books. Some of the pages are a little sort of sheeny, but they're not super shiny, so that's really nice, because it's kind of a little bit in between. It's not super matte and old, vintage, but it's not super shiny either, so just in case you're wondering about that. And they've just got ordinary text, so you may or may not like that, but all of these beautiful images, and with the buildings as well. So this one was New Zealand as a garden, and I'll just quickly flick through. Beautiful old buildings and early settlers buildings, heritage buildings, line drawings of the flowers, and they've of course all got the names there, and a lot of them are New Zealand familiar flowers, but of course all of our real flowers, most of our flowers are imported anyway, so they're recognisable around the world. You would have seen those ones out of the softcover book on that last journal. We've got all these sort of autumn colours going on in that journal. Yeah, I just love it. And the book that I used was just a perfect size too. It just folded in half nicely for the Reader's Digest. Isn't that gorgeous? The Reader's Digest book that I used. Yeah, so all sorts of seasons in here, but you know, I guess that's to me that's sort of more fall, autumn type of colours. And then we've got the rose one, Look to the Rose, and I think there's some illustrations. Oh, these are all her illustrations, but let me see, I can't remember now. Oh, it's just Sam McCready's, no, it's all her paintings. I mean, look at that. That's just really gorgeous. The colours of the rose all throughout the book, but this book's quite big. I don't know if I've got it all in frame there. Hopefully I have. So you'd probably, I mean, if you're doing a big journal, you'd probably be okay, but if you're, you can chop that down and fussy cut a few images out. Beautiful. Of course, you wouldn't be copying any of these without permission of the publisher or her, I suppose. If you were going to put them into digikits, don't do that. Please don't do that. You just want to be using these in your own journals and pages out of it, if you get what I mean. So yeah, so it's beautiful, beautiful rose pictures done by a New Zealand artist, which is really nice. So you get the idea with that one. Every page has got another beautiful picture on it. There's text on sort of one side and the illustrations on the other. And again, the sort of in between matte pages, not super shiny, but it's not a vintage book. So when was this published? 1981, and I think this was 70 something. Oh, 1982. And then we've got Auckland as a garden. So similar thing to New Zealand as a garden. Beautiful buildings, line drawings of buildings, fabulous. Some beautiful blues in there. Auckland Harbour Bridge. Yeah, so, but typically when I buy books to use in my junk journals, I go to get them off the shelf to use, and then I can't use them because they're too pretty to destroy. That's just me. And I'm sure many of you are the same, but so I end up waiting till I've got a second copy, and then I feel okay about using it. So yeah, really love that one too. And then she's got another one, World of Flowers, and probably got this one from the op shop for $2. Yeah, so just quickly flipping through here just to give you an idea of what's in there. Daffodils, buildings. I love those circle pages. Trying to think as I'm doing this what I'm going to do with them next as I'm flicking through. But yeah, if you come across these guys, I recommend them for sure. A little bit more colour in this one. And then the other one that I used in my last journal, which I also love, is this book, and I've already sort of ruined this one, by David Williams, and he's an Australian artist, and he's got lots of Australian line drawings in his books. Line drawings, I don't know what to call these, but they're, pencil drawings of buildings and heritage buildings in Australia. Yeah, just page after page. And again, these are nice size because they make great flip outs. Love these buildings. I just adore older houses. There's something about them, isn't there? They were just built to last and built with beauty, and they're all so unique. And their windows and their chimneys and everything like that, and just gorgeous. Yeah. So those are some of my current journals that I'm using, books that I'm using for my art journals, junk journals, and make great pieces for your journals. So hopefully that's helpful to you, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.